One question I normally ask everyone that when I interview is that if you were stuck in an elevator and they said, look, it'll take about 2 or 3 hours before we fix the elevator, but we can give you a movie to watch, what would you want to watch?
Why are you gonna put me on the spot like this? Because I'm such a movie lover.
Mm,
Well, I'm stuck on the elevator, right?
yeah, yeah,
So that means I'm gonna be there for a few hours.
yeah, about 2 or 3 hours, yeah. But one
Okay, so
movie.
believe it or not, one of my favorite movies is Lord of the Rings. So
Okay.
if I can get all of them, I think I'll be all right with somebody
Okay.
come.
Okay. You got Lord of the Rings. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a really good film. That's that
I
trilogy
love
and
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Then if you've got, okay, we've got the movie, we're about to put it on, but it will take about 5 minutes. What song would you request to listen to?
Um, Michael Jackson, Heaven Can Wait.
Oh, you're kidding me. That's so I did a top 10 Michael Jackson verses with someone with somebody who is close to him, and my number one song was "The Lady in My Life." That's my favorite song in life.
Yeah, that's mine too.
And then "Heaven Can Wait" was number two, because I'm a massive Teddy Riley fan, and he did that with Michael, and
Beautiful.
I wish they'd released it as a video and stuff. Okay, that's well,
Yeah.
that's what do you like about that particular track?
Because that's definitely some unconditional love right there.
Yeah.
You hear me? Because if God say, "Okay, come with me now," because later you might mess up and can't come with me, right?
Okay.
And you say, "Hold on, God, let me go," and that's some real unconditional
Oh
love. And
wow, that's really deep.
he know how to, he know how to deliver,
Yeah,
teach to
yeah,
deliver. So yeah,
yeah.
that's what I got from it.
Wow. Okay, that's really good. Last question I have, and I always ask this to my guests, is that if you were stuck in an elevator for a couple of hours and they say we could get a movie for you to watch, what would you put on? What would you want to watch if you were stuck for 3 hours and you could watch a movie?
That is a dope question, yo. That's crazy because you know what I love? And I got a few, but shit. Damn, Meet Joe Black.
Okay.
Meet Joe Black.
Wow.
That's crazy.
The Brad Pitt one.
The Brad Pitt joint.
Wow. Okay.
Meet Joe Black is crazy. I mean, every time I love Ghost. I love Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
You know, but I love the black films too, like Which Way Is Up and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
ultimate is Meet Joe Black because it tells you a lot subliminally.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? And then I thought Meet Joe Black was the devil was fucking this guy up, man. And if you look at how he started getting his heart, it was like boom, and then somebody talking to you scary. I'm like, the devil coming for this dude. And it was God's angel. It was his boy.
Yeah.
And when he was at dinner and he said, I'm here. Oh, you're not going to invite me for dinner? I mean, it's so crazy. I tell Jay all the time, he got to sit. You got to have patience for that. But when it hit, it got you. Did you see when he was in the hospital and he said, the Jamaican lady said, "Oh my God, phobia." And he says, me not phobia, lady. Me the good guy. She said, "Then what you do here?" I said, "Oh shit."
My goodness. So that's your movie.
Yeah. I want to go to that place. Like, I love that lady, the Jamaican lady. I just fell in love with her spirit.
Wow.
Man.
That's just okay. No, the final thing, because you're in the elevator, you picked Meet Joe Black. If you had a song, because they're about to put the movie on in the cassette, and they say, okay, what song could we play before the movie comes on? What would you pick? Any song, any artist?
Bob Marley. Rastaman vibration, yeah. That's my joint. But I don't listen to a lot of hip hop, man. I don't listen to a lot. I listen to vibe music, where it could take my brain somewhere totally left field, man. I'm into the music, so I do all that music. I don't do Caribbean, like Jamaican, and I love it because my moms used to listen to it as we were growing up when she cleaned the house. and burn the incense. So everything that I was raised on, I end up loving at the end of the day, you know? But yeah, Bob Marley, Lenny Williams. Oh. Like, you know what I mean? Like take me somewhere else.
Yeah. So with all my guests, as I wrap up, I always ask them if you were stuck in an elevator and they said it'll take a couple of hours to get it fixed, but while we're fixing it, we can get you a movie to watch. What would you request to watch?
The movie?
Yeah, what movie would you want to watch if you're stuck in an elevator and they're saying, "Look, yeah, we're going to get you out, but watch your movie until we get this thing fixed."
Life.
Okay, the Eddie Murphy. Okay.
Life.
Oh, okay.
Dreamgirls is another one I like.
Wow. Okay. Life. I haven't seen that in a minute, but I will look at it. They're about to bring out the film, but they say, "Look, we're going to play a track just to get before the movie comes on." What song would you think you'd request to listen to?
Hold on, say it again now.
Yeah. So they're about to put on the movie, but they said, "Look, it'll take us a few minutes to get the movie on. We'll play a little song for you before the movie's on." What song would you request?
One song.
Yeah, that's the one song before the movie comes on. So this will be your song. Like, yeah, man, you know what? If
that's hard. For Donny Hathaway, For All We Know. I don't know.
okay, most of us have a favorite track. So mine is Michael Jackson's "Baby Be My Lady in My Life." That's my ultimate song. So if no matter where I am, they say, "Look, we have one song." I'll just always say, "Lady in My Life," Michael Jackson. That's
Right.
so. I'll just so is that Donald? How is that's your track? That's your go-to track?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with that.
Yeah. So when I always end my interviews, I always ask the question is that if you guys, but this will be an individual one, so each will ask. But if you're stuck in an elevator, and they said, "Look, it's going to take about 2 or 3 hours, and we can put a movie on for you," what would you want to watch, Spec?
Ooh.
Ooh.
A movie. Oh man. I love watching all movies, but one of my favorite, which you probably never seen it. It's a movie called Twister.
Oh yeah, is it that
The Tornado?
The Tornado one? Yeah, with Helen Hunt and Bill.
Hey,
Bill.
I'm sorry, it's not a music movie. It's about the Twister.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Okay.
That's it for me, man.
KB.
I guess musically, I would like this. I guess one of my favorite movies is Prince, Purple Rain. It really is. I like watching Purple Rain and stuff like that. Yeah.
Anthony.
You talking about a music movie?
No, just a movie. If they said, "Look, we're gonna take us to us," your a movie.
As a young boy, I'll say mine was The Temptations, the movie The Temptations.
Okay.
Now, you had The Temptations, then you had the 5 Heartbeats. I grew up watching The Temptations, so I didn't know too much about the 5 Heartbeats, Temptations. So Don't anyone know you, Otis? Come to see you, Otis. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Leon is Stay Rough, and that's a classic. Sean, what about you?
Coming to America.
Okay. That's a good one. Then the other question, then I'll go back to Spec, is that they're about to put in the movie. They say, "Look, it'll take about a couple of minutes for us to get it loaded up." What song would you want to listen to?
Ooh, it's a new song called Sunshine by this group Basic Black that's coming out. Right now, that's my favorite. My favorite song is called Sunshine. I'm giving y'all a gem. I just dropped some on y'all. Y'all didn't know it. It's a song called Sunshine that's gonna be on a new project that's coming out. Because that's on repeat right now.
Okay, but outside of that though.
Okay, outside of that. Outside of that, Ooh, it would be Two Occasions.
Oh, the deal.
Yeah,
the deal.
yeah,
Okay.
the deal. Two Occasions. Yeah, I'm a Babyface fan, and the live version when he's holding that note for about 30 minutes. the live version of Two Occasions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
KB.
Wow. That's kind of deep.
You had some producers. You had some producers. What were they? You know, we listen to a lot of music.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess "Lady in My Life" is like one of my favorite songs.
Oh goodness, that's my
Michael
ultimate
Jackson.
song. The Michael. Yeah, that's my also. Yeah. Okay. That is. Yeah, I wish he released a single of that. It's his best song ever. Yeah. So that's my.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony.
Mine would definitely be Prince Musicology. You know,
I've never heard of
tempo in that funk type of groove. And it's crazy because Prince, I grew up listening to Prince. My dad, he was a Prince fanatic, so like he would play that throughout the house.
Wow.
That was how I learned musicology. That was like one of the first classics that I learned, and it stuck with me.
Oh my goodness. Sean?
A Song for You, Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that we tend to ask our guests towards the end is if you were stuck on an elevator and you had a choice to watch a movie while they get it fixed, what movie would you want to watch while before they get you out?
Ray Charles movie with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one that he got the Oscar for. Okay. And if they're saying, okay, we're going to put the movie on, but before we do, we can give you one of your favorite songs to listen to. What would you want to listen? What song would that be?
Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
Wow. Okay. What about why that song?
Because Man in the Mirror is one of my favorite songs of all time because just they're talking about you loving yourself, knowing yourself, and making better changes within yourself. I'm a big stickler about people understanding who they are and being able to attach to themselves and knowing why they're here in this universe and knowing what their purpose is in life. And that song speaks volumes when it comes to self-love and being intuitive and self-discovery.
Yeah.
There are two parts, but the first is always, and I always ask all my guests that if you were stuck on an elevator and they said, look, it'll take up a couple of hours before we can get you out, but we can put a movie on for you to watch while we get you out, what would you request?
What would I request? Okay. There's a movie called The Idolmaker by Ray Sharkey.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I like that movie. It's a real old movie. I happened to be, one night I couldn't sleep and I was watching a black and white movie, and this guy Ray Sharkey, he was showing how it's showing how he was creating this artist, and that movie always still stuck with me, man.
Wow. Okay. The Idolmaker, Ray Sharkey. But they're about to put on the movie, but he said, look, it'll take a few seconds, a minute or two. We can play a song for you before we get it set up. What song would you request to listen to?
Like any song?
Any song, yeah. I mean, any song that you'd think, if this is my last song, this will be it.
It's a song by Donny Hathaway called "Sack Full of Dreams."
Wow.
Love it. My older god brother hit me to the record. And, the record always does something to me every time I hear it.
Wow. I mean, that's always good when you have a track like that. Mine is always Michael Jackson's "Lady in My Life." It's a song that's so good that I almost minimize how often I listen to it. But
my favorite one for Mike is "Reaching Out."
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, Human Nature. Okay. Final stuff, which I ask all my guests, is that if you were stuck in an elevator and they said, look, we're about to get you out, but just before we get you out, you can watch a movie before we get you out, what movie would you request to watch?
The Matrix.
Okay, well done, Neo.
Smart movie. The smartest movie that has ever been made. It shows us exactly what society is and how we're run by the powers that be,
Yeah.
the media, the news, the government tells us what to do. We go to work every day. We are stuck in the matrix. And until you free your mind from it,
Yeah.
and literally separate yourself from what you see every day on TV, what they tell us how to think, they tell us how to live, how to be fearful of stuff, we're afraid of COVID. I'm not saying that it's not out there, but the numbers that they're inflating are just way too much. It's not, it's not even happening that bad, or as bad as they say. So it's like, unplug yourself from the matrix and think for yourself. You can watch the news, or you can be inundated and beat up every single day by the same fear-based news every day, all day. So The Matrix was a smart movie, and it had prominent Black people that were playing the prominent roles in that movie.
Yeah, they did.
Lawrence Fishburne was, the Oracle was an old Black woman. She had all the wisdom in the world. I mean, come on. So to me, I just thought, what a smart ass movie. Oh my God. They unplugged him from the matrix, and he saw things as they really were, as opposed to what they wanted to see. And it was hard to look at, because he's like, I don't want to be on the Nebuchadnezzar on this old ship with this terrible food. But he knew that in order to unplug himself, he had to get out of mainstream. So that would be the one. I'd watch that over and over and over.
And then when they are about to put in the movie, but it's still like, it will take a few minutes or so, what song would you request to listen to before the movie comes on?
Don't Let Go.
Okay.
Don't Let Go. Yep, because I sing lead on it, and it's a smart song as well. It's just a beautiful song. I love that song very much.
The questions I'd always ask my guests before we leave is that if you were stuck on an elevator, and they said it's going to take a while before they get going, but you can request a movie, what movie would you want to watch?
It was going to take a while. What movie would I watch? Man, that's a tough one, because I collect a whole bunch of movies.
Yeah, you've got to pick one movie.
Man, The Matrix.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I interviewed Dawn Robinson from In Vogue, that was her choice as well. She said she loved the whole Neo, the whole symbolism about the Matrix and everything.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's funny. I like that too. I like how we're programmed into this system to believe one thing.
Yeah.
But it's funny, when we dream and we go to sleep, I'm in a whole different world when I'm sleeping.
The final question then becomes, if they're about to put the video out, play the music, The Matrix, but it'll take a few minutes. So what song would they say, let's play a song for you. What would you request to listen to?
See, that's a tough one. Man. Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. Say the question one more time.
Yeah, so as I said, they say, look, we're going to play Matrix for you. Billy's bringing it down. It'll take about 2, 3 minutes or 4 minutes or 5 minutes. We'll play a song for you. What song would you request to listen to?
You know what? That's a tough one, man. I can tell you what artists I would listen to.
No, it's got to be a song, because we all have our favorite tracks, and I've always wanted to find out and I don't want to just say, what's your favorite song? So I use the scenario to find out, what song would you just think about? So, this is my jam. I'll play this in high times or low times. This is my jam.
See, it's so crazy, because it's hard for me to do that, because I work with so many artists, and each artist got songs that are like, wow, you know what I mean? That I've been blessed to work with. So as far as catalogs that I could listen to.
But you're looking at one song across generations that you're saying, this is my jam. Everybody has, I've got my top 3, and I've got my number 1 that I like, no matter what, this is my jam.
All right, so if it's my number 1, if it's really my number 1, I would have to go to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean.
Okay.
I like Billie Jean. Well, you know what? See, that's tough, man, because if I say Billie Jean, I can't say Billie Jean without saying Thriller. Because it was a soundtrack. You know what? I have to go with Thriller.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I would have to go with Thriller.
ask the guest that if you were stuck in an elevator and for like 2 or 3 hours, and they say, look, we're going to get you, before we get you out, we can put a movie on for you. What film would you request to watch?
Life.
Okay, the Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because it's not 2 or 3 hours.
Okay,
and it's
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I may have to go watch that.
Man, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. But before they put the movie on, they say, look, we can put a track on just as we get the movie ready. What song would you request to listen to?
Giving Up by Donny Hathaway.
Okay, I don't know that one. Well, I always end asking my guests, if you were stuck in an elevator and you were given a choice of a movie to watch while they get the elevator fixed, what movie would you ask to watch?
Boomerang.
Okay, wow.
Boomerang. Has to be Boomerang. Boomerang. Oh my God, I love that movie. I love like the 90s. I love Eddie Murphy. I love Halle Berry. Halle Berry is actually from my hometown. Okay. She's from Bedford. Yeah, so it would have to absolutely, and then the music, oh my God, there's a song in there. It's called Heaven. I go, spending time with you, la la, just like heaven. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I love that song. So I love the soundtrack. That was the New Jack Swing era, which I absolutely love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. And I guess the second question was always, if they had to say, okay, we're getting a movie in to put on, what song would you want to play before the movie comes on? What would it be then?
What song would I want to play before the movie comes on?
Yeah, before they put on the movie, they said, hey, we'll play a song for you.
Ooh. I'm going to say, see, that's a hard choice because it would depend on what kind of mood I'm in. Like, do I want to hear something sexy? Do I want to hear something inspiring? Do I want to hear something like, what do I want to hear? Do I want to hear something to rile me up? Like, what do I want to hear? There's all these different ways that I can go, but.
Well, most people think about, if you had your song, that this is my song, life or death, I got to play my song. I mean.
Oh, my song?
I mean, no, not your personal song, but a song like.
Jesus. I don't. It might not be made yet. I think I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go make that song. I'm gonna go make that song. There's so many different things that I can pick. You know what I mean? For different reasons. So, that's just too hard of a question. But I'm going to go make a song like that for sure.
So before the song comes out, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it, you can think of a good, mine is Lady in My Life, Michael Jackson. Night and day.
That's a good one.
so that's, that's how, so just only if there was a song that you're like, okay,
That's a really, really good one. You know what? I can't. This is so much. I can't do it.
You can figure this out.
Jeez Louise. When I think of all of them, because I just like all different, at least can I just pick an artist? If it had to be an artist, it will be Nat King Cole. So whatever he's singing, I'm happy with it.
Okay, so we've got a lot of his tracks.
You know what? I'll pick. The Christmas song. I'll pick when Nat King Cole sings. Though it's been said many times, many ways.
Merry Christmas.
That song.
Okay.
Nat King Cole. That's just this is magic. Every time Nat King Cole sings, I'm just smiling. You know what I mean? If I was alive during that time, Nat.
Yeah. Well, one of the questions I always try and end up with is if you were stuck in an elevator and you had a choice of watching a movie while they're fixing to get you out, what would you ask to watch?
Lean on Me. It's true. It's true, man. If I'm stuck in the elevator, I would like to watch Lean on Me, man.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite movies today. That and Prince, that Purple Rain.
Purple Rain,
I
okay.
want to see, I kind of want to see Apollonia jump into Lake Minnetonka. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's see her jump in there.
Okay. I'll be honest. I'm probably one of the only people who's never watched Purple Rain. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. So Prince was, I was a big Michael fan. So I Prince was the enemy back in those days and stuff. But
You shocked me. You shocked me. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you got to be a Prince fan because they tried to make them rivals, but they were really friends, man. They were friends. People didn't know that.
Yeah,
they
but as a fan of Michael, you're like, Prince is the enemy, so you just don't like it at any of his stuff. But what about song though?
But it was good for their record sales, like
yeah,
for them
definitely
to be that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to act that way. But they were buddies, man.
Yeah, I've seen pictures and stuff. Or if you have a song though, if you had a song that you had to like, okay, favorite song that you had to play while they're getting the movie ready, what would you pick?
A favorite song if I was stuck on the elevator, the same thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to listen to. Wow. Okay. Favorite song would be man, there's so many songs going through my head right now, man. I mean, if I had to pick one that I want to listen to, it's this song by Aaron Neville, and I want to say, I don't know much, but I know I love you.
Okay.
That song right there, man. I heard that today. I had to pull over because I was crying. I'm like,
okay.
It made me cry, man.
Okay.
And I'm so tired. Like when I'm tired, I get like emotional. That song, I had to pull over driving home today.
Wow.
They played that song. And I was wiping my eyes, man, crying, man. Like, damn, that song is so beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Final question I always ask all my guests is that if you were stuck in an elevator and you had to pick a movie to watch, what would you pick?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man, that's tough. Might be Cooley High.
Cooley High. Okay. And then, any favorite song?
If I was stuck in the elevator, any favorite song?
Yeah.
I'll put the Paul McCartney. Remember, stuck behind these four walls.
Okay. Oh man, I think one of the things I always ask all my guests is if you were stuck in an elevator and you had a choice of a movie while they're getting you out, what would you pick to watch?
Stuck on Backdraft.
Okay, that's Kurt Russell. Yeah, is it Kurt Russell? I can't remember the firefighter. Okay.
Yeah, Backdraft. I go to the top. I'm like, we're getting up out of here now. I'm gonna figure out how to climb to the top or the next one, something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't sitting there waiting for nobody. Like, Return of the Living Dead, when people just stuck in that elevator and then you see all these zombies just scratching at the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm coming through the top now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to see me coming up through here.
Okay, Backdraft. And they're about to put the movie on, but they say, okay, it'll take a few minutes just to get the movie on. What song would you, they said we can put a song for you. What song would you request to listen to?
From a movie?
No, just any song. So they're almost like what song is like your song that you like, no matter what's going on, I need to listen to this track.
I don't have those where I have to go to this one track to listen to. But if there is a song or if there's a movie that that would get me to the point where I feel like singing, it might be Color Purple.
Oh, okay.
When she's singing, "Speak, Lord, speak to
Okay.
me. Oh, speak, Lord, speak to me." That one gets me, it gets me right. You know what I'm saying? But the song I guess I would listen to right now that I would make me happy no matter what is "You Make Me Happy."
Okay, Frank.
I love that song. Frank Belly made. I love
it.
it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But one question I used to always, when I'm finishing, ask my guests is that if you were stuck in an elevator for a couple of hours and you were given a choice of a movie to watch while they try and get you out, what would you pick?
Austin Powers.
Okay. International Man of Mystery. The first one?
Yeah, the first one with a fat bastard in it.
Okay. Get in my belly. Yeah. Okay.
Get in my belly.
Yeah.
Baby.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I like that one.
No, okay. It's amazing when you ask these questions. Everyone comes up with different stuff. But what about a song? If they say, look, we're about to put the movie on, but we've got a few minutes before us, so let's put a track for you to listen to before we get the movie on.
One of my favorite songs is "Computer Love" by Roger Troutman.
Did you ever meet him? Was he from? Did you ever meet Roger?
Actually, I'm related to him. My mom's maiden name is Troutman.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah, no. So I got I'm supposed to be doing a project with his nephew Rufus.
Wow.
And Rufus' talk box sounds just like his uncle. But that's my mom's maiden name, Troutman. It's way down the line. It's not like first or second cousin.
Yeah. But did you ever get to meet him or before he died?
No, I never met him. I met his son though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I met Junior. But but me and Rufus been talking, so I'm supposed to be doing some stuff with him.
I think as I wrap up on every interview, even though you don't see it published yet, but I always used to ask my guests that if you were stuck on an elevator and you needed to, they wanted to say, okay, you're stuck for about a couple of hours, while we get it fixed, what movie would you want to watch so we can get you entertained?
What movie?
Yeah.
Quincy Jones Netflix series.
Okay, now I actually do want a movie. So no,
you want a movie?
Yeah, what movie?
Boomerang.
So Boomerang. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. So they're about to bring in Boomerang. So that's the Eddie Murphy one. It's actually good. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I may go watch it. They will actually. Okay, come on, Jay. We're going to put on the Boomerang, but we put a song on just before the movie starts. What song would you want to listen to?
More Bounce to the Ounce.
Okay.
By Roger, yeah.
You know, it's amazing that in the 80s, I still remember the whole talk box by Roger Troutman, and it was very unique, very different. Computer Love. It was his music very timeless, even though it was done in the 80s. And I remember speaking to your uncle, and he said that he was working with Roger's nephew, who's also on the voice box, and I thought, wow, you know what?
Rufus?
I don't know, but Mucho mentioned that he knows there's one of Roger's nephews or nephews.
Mucho actually worked with Roger's son.
Maybe it's his son, but he did say one of his.
Levi.
Maybe it's his son. Yeah, and I said that how much that that's the name recognition. If he still knows how to do it as good as his dad, then it's easy to blow up and stuff. But there is such an affinity with the top box if it's done correctly.
The final question we had was that if you were stuck in a lift and stuff, and you had to watch a movie, and they said, look, 3 hours, we can put a movie for you. What would you pick to watch?
My favorite movie, what would I pick? Once Upon a Time in America.
Is that the Denzel one?
No, Once Upon a Time in America with Robert De Niro. And it's a gangster movie, but the movie reminded me so much of us. You have to see the movie.
I'm gonna have to look for that.
It's called Once Upon a Time in America.
Wow.
It was a big, huge movie. A huge movie. But I'll give you a little synopsis. It's about two friends that were young kids together. And they did, stole a little. It's set back in the 20s. They stole a little bit of whatever. Two friends that was the leader. It was four guys, but it was two friends that came up together. Robert De Niro went in prison for a little bit. But when he got out, now they moved the crime up, the criminal behavior to, okay, now they robbing banks and now they work for this big gangster, whatever. But what's the other man's name? But Robert De Niro and the other friend, they started to get off into politics. But Robert De Niro was basically, listen, we do what we do, but I want this simple life over here. Where the other one was more, I want to get into politics. I want to do this. I want to do that. Well, then he stole Robert De Niro woman. He started claiming all the fame for himself. He started sabotaging Robert De Niro. But at the end of the movie, when Robert De Niro they reunited, they old men now. And Robert De Niro confronted him. Even though he gained all this wealth and political power, and he had a woman that really didn't belong to him, but so she was miserable. He went and threw himself in a garbage can compactor because he couldn't live with himself.
Wow. Okay.
But that movie was so deep. It's called Once Upon a Time in America.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. What about song? Because they said, okay, we're gonna put this movie on for you, but let's put a song for you to. Let's play a song. What would you pick if you had that one song to play?
Frankie Beverly and Maze, Before I Let Go.
Oh wow! Wow, why that song?
I love it. And listen to the lyrics. That song, it was like that. Matter of fact, I'll never forget. My big sister took me and my it's 7 of us, but she took the 3 siblings to the Frankie Beverly. It was Kool and the Gang, Frankie Beverly and Maze, and I forgot the other. But lyrically, I've always, and I think that really guided and directed what type of songs I wanted to write. Very simple but powerful. And the song is "You Made Me Happy."
Yeah.
It's like I was like, and then before, it's like, even though we breaking up, but let me tell you this before I let go. What the?
Okay.
It's so simple, but meaningful and strong. It's like, and then the beat, the bass line, simple but powerful. If that song didn't have that, and that's how, if you listen to the first God record, simple bass lines but powerful.
Yeah.
If you listen to what I did for Keith, Christopher Williams, Belle Biv DeVoe, simple bass lines but powerful.
Yeah.
Like on Belle Biv DeVoe, I used the fretless bass line. Boom, doo, 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 doo. But everything else, simple but strong. And I wrote like that.
Wow.
Boom, don't, bump, don't. It's like, come on. Boom, don't. Man, come on, man.
Listen, man, I had a blast, man. Like, trust me, I've been up for 3 days straight.
Wow.
Right? I'm supposed to be shooting a music video this weekend, and I know I'm gonna look a mess. But like, Elise is the bomb, and I'm so happy I did this interview, man. Like because as I'm talking, it also does stuff to me, man. It helps me heal. because I'm hurt by some of the shit that went down. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the stuff that went down, man. And I feel like everybody's energy is not where my energy is, man. I live and die for this music, man. I love the music, you know? So to be able to get on platforms, man, and tell my story, you know, the Lean on Me boys, you know, the Men of Vision situation, you know, and then I have new material myself with me is out there. You know what I mean? I got the vibe session going, man, and I'm meeting new people along the way. Yeah. Like it's a blessing, and I'm so blessed to be able to still be able to, you know, to just have these things happen. Like, and I don't believe in luck. I just think it's supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen. So I'm happy to have met you. I hope we can be able to keep in touch.
No, definitely.
My man.